Hello, everyone.
Glenbrook remained strong after
RPG
declaring
Kim
a
Kid here, back with
trade
more
stop
triangle
with
strategy.
Hyzante.
In the previous
Usador
video,
sends
we
Erica
found a
to
soul
Hyzante
crystal,
to deliver his
and now we're going to fight
and
for Glenbrook.
dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State. Hyzante, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolffort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation. Softly but surely, Norzelia descends into war once more.
Our time has come, and so have I. Wait, what?
Those are the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolffort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business, and ours alone.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
That wretched woman. Those are hardly wishes.
Aesfrost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The Duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield. You can assume they have a plan in mind.
Then this was no more than a ploy to stall for time. We had best expedite House Wolffort's plans to take the capital. Minister Exham, send word to Minister Serenoa.
You wish to lend us Hyzante's new weapon?
Yes, it was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Elfric. The blast crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily enough.
We thank you for your support.
Be forewarned that their power makes him unwieldy in an average battle.
They are not meant to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Regardless, I am certain it will come in handy while recapturing Whiteholm Castle.
Its incomplete nature makes it regrettably tricky to use, but Milo should be able to take care of that for you. Use them both wisely. I am Milo.
A dancer by trade, but assistant to the Saintly Seven on occasion.
A dancer who appears almost out of thin air to do the Saintly Seven's bidding. She serves as a spy and can easily hold her own in a fight. Okay.
I shall serve you, Minister Serenoa, until we reclaim the capital.
You sure you'll be okay?
You needn't worry. It isn't my first time flirting with danger.
A Hyzantean spy?
Very likely.
The blast of the Elfric should help you catch the enemy unawares. Both my army and Minister Camsel's will join in the attack. Can we entrust command to you, Minister Serenoa?
Most certainly. And the crystal will be key in our plan to reclaim Glenbrook.
Alrighty. Two things of story, huh? And we have this one.
You have made a grave error in allowing thieves to raid the archives, Constable Sicris.
Forgive me. My guards gave chase as soon as they noticed intruders, but they'd already fled beyond our reach.
What did they take?
Luckily, they were unable to gain entry to where we keep our more sensitive texts.
Head Aesfrostian constables charged with upholding the peace. His honest and orderly conduct has earned Gustav's favor.
All they were able to make off with was a single book, penned by the late Lady Orlea.
Orlea? She left behind a message of sorts?
She'd bid it be passed on to Lady Frederica when she came of age, but it seems those wishes were forgotten.
Thalos or Erica must have hidden it from her. They derived no greater pleasure than from tormenting her. Do we know what was written in this book?
No. Storage records indicate it was protected by some arcane seal.
It must be of some significance, if she would go to such lengths to protect it from prying eyes. Perhaps something to do with the Rosellan liberation, for which she fought so fiercely. Or perhaps it is not but a mother complaining to her daughter of a duchy they both despise.
She'll send a party to hunt down the thieves at once.
No need. Such ruffians are unlikely to be in the employ of our foe. No doubt they were simply looking to loot us to fill their own purses. It is more important that we dispose of Svarog and finish the Nell with all haste. Dispatch your soldiers there.
Aye, Your Grace.
Aye, Your Grace. Alright, should we do the castle one first, or what's happening here? Under secret orders, Hewitt scouts the Talior demise with Flugi.
Benedict asked me to scout out Talior and where the Aesfrosti soldiers are stationed. But I hardly see any around. Why did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital. But orders are orders. I should report back.
Alright, a missive arrives at Whiteholm Castle informing Talos and the others of the outcome of Erica's negotiations with Hyzante.
Ah, tidings from Erica. She says Hyzante refused our final offer.
You seem surprised. There was no way Hyzante would agree to open the source.
I know that, but the negotiations were meant to buy us time. Yet it seems their soldiers are already on the move. Damn it all! This wasn't supposed to happen.
If you play with fire, you get burned. Now we have no recourse but to meet them in battle without the Archduke.
So it has come to war, then?
We just have to beat them at their own game. Their newest saint is heading the vanguard. You must be delighted that a former retainer to the crown is coming to visit, right, Cordelia?
Enough, Thalos. I won't allow such impudence toward the Queen.
Queen? This child is nothing more than a puppet. And I believe the impotent one here is you, Avlora. A general has no right telling the Prime Minister what to do.
I had no idea the Prime Minister's job was to torment the weak.
Enough, General of Lore. I will answer the Prime Minister. As the Queen of Glenbrook, I shall protect my kingdom until my dying breath, no matter who may stand against me.
It appears your impudence is contagious, Avlora. Your charge knows not how powerless she is.
Worry not, Your Majesty. I shall protect you.
Because I am to wed the Archduke?
Because you are a warrior. One who does not give up, even if she must fight her battles alone. I was an orphan. I never knew my parents. I entered the army to make a place for myself. So I know better than anyone the pain of having to do everything on your own.
Allow me to bare my heart to you as well, General of Lore. As the last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, I do not intend to let Gustudolf have his way.
You mean to strike down the Archduke?
But I lack the power to do so. Have you heard of the Royalists? The aristocrats who were aid to my father.
I have. I also heard they secretly indulged in bribes and the like for personal gain. That man Patriot was cozying up to the Archduke not seconds after King Regna's beheading. Their kind knows no loyalty.
Indeed. But Gustudolf has not given any of them a position in his court, so they have fallen on hard times. I want to ask Patriot and the other royalists for their help.
Are you mad? No doubt they would wholeheartedly embrace you as their symbol, but only for their own purposes.
I understand that. But their years in service to the crown have earned them great influence in politics. I must have their support if I'm to reclaim Glenbrook.
Is it possible for you to rein them in?
Not alone. But with you, General of Lore, I can. They lack military might. If you accompany me, I could sway them to my cause. Please, General, lend me your strength.
Alrighty.
As an Aesfrosti general, I simply cannot turn a deaf ear to what you've told me. Did you not think I would tell the Archduke of your plans?
Of course I did. But I refuse to stand idly by as a mere decoration. So if it meant earning your trust, I was willing to show you that I wish to protect Glenbrook by any means necessary.
You took a gamble.
I had to. For it is not status or reward that moves you.
So you bet on my honor, and refusal would sully my name forever. However, safeguarding the kingdom comes first. Fighting at your side will have to wait.
General of Lore!
A word of advice, Your Majesty. Both Hyzante and the Archduke are veterans of war. The fight will not be an easy one, and may rage on for many years.
Even so, I will not falter. I must do this. For my father and brothers.
An admirable resolve. One which I will see fulfilled. I shall be your sword and shield, my queen.
Thank you, General of Lore.
Alright, scales time. These are always fun. Let's do it.
I apologize, but are you suggesting we destroy the dam around Telior Reservoir to start a flood?
The capital city was built on the banks of the Norzelia River. Breaking the dam surrounding Lake Telior upstream will allow us to submerge a majority of the city. Flooding the town will throw their army into disarray, which should allow us to take the place by storm.
Lake Telior is a man-made reservoir. You might be able to burst through with a blast crystal.
Huette scouted the area earlier and reported seeing very few sentries. Proof enough that this is outside the Archduke's calculations.
No. The damage will be too great. The means would not justify the end, Benedict.
We cannot afford to lose.
I agree with Roland. There is already far too much blood on our hands. Perhaps it's worth speaking with the people and gaining their understanding.
Unless we reclaim Glenbrook, it's unlikely they'll understand or support our actions. We must take the capital back and show our strength and resolve first.
So that means you stand by Benedict then?
If we have a sure shot at winning, we need to take it. No matter the consequences. We can't lose the war. We just can't.
Telior Reservoir is the kingdom's water source. The dam was constructed to protect the people from floods. I doubt they would ever forgive us should we choose to destroy it for war.
Glenbrook thrives because of that water, and to use it otherwise is inexcusable. Brute strength isn't the only way to reclaim the city. We can strike at night and defeat their commanding officers. There are ways to slip into the castle unseen.
If you have used it before, there is a chance it has been sealed off since.
There is more than one route. You needn't worry.
So you mean not to use the blast crystal?
No, I do. After we sneak in, we can sink Aesfrost's warship. It would close off their escape route.
Our first priority should be ensuring the people's safety. We cannot allow them to be taken hostage. It would restrict our options as well.
She's got a point. But how do we take the capital back after that?
We could use the blast crystal to destroy the bridge connecting the town and the castle. The enemies would be stuck within the walls.
That would certainly mitigate the damages to the citizens. If we encircle the castle, we could negotiate with them.
We could ask them to yield, free Glenbrook, and re-establish the trade between our nations. I am certain we can find a way to make both parties agree.
Negotiate?
I understand your thoughts and the wishes held therein.
Allow me to ask once more. Shall we shatter the dam around Lake Telior and flood the town? Sneak in under the guise of night, sink their ships, and slay their commanding officers? Or destroy the bridge, safeguard the people, and negotiate with the enemy? Fetch the scales. It is time we decide our path.
Is this the first one that we've done 3, or was there 1 beforehand? I think there was one with 3 beforehand, wasn't there? I might be mistaken. We now have 3 paths before us, each with its own merits and shortcomings. But which one will lead House Wolffort to victory? Destroy the bridge, trap the enemy in the castle, then negotiate. Destroy the dam and wash away the troops in the crown city. Infiltrate the castle, launch a surprise attack, and destroy the duchy's warships. Now that Alfric is still in development and only a few people are privy to its details. According to the rumors, its blast can blow a hole straight through a castle wall. Could we really use such a thing in battle? Wolffort is still in development. Are they hoping to use this battle to test its powers? There's a chance we're exposing the people to greater damage than we thought. We must consider its placement very carefully. Lord Serenoa, we returned from scanning the capital. The Crown City is teamed with Aesfrostian soldiers, and it appears that the second force, led by General Lorva, is defending Whiteholm Castle. So Aesfrost has soldiers stationed throughout the city and around the castle, the latter led by General of Laura, no less. I doubt a full frontal attack would work to our favor. This is definitely worth considering when making our strategy. Lord Serenoa, you've been out and about quite often lately. Is something amiss? I can't help but notice the comings and goings of Hyzante soldiers too. Something about it bodes ill. I'm all for sneaking in. Like, that's where I'm going at right now, but let's keep talking beforehand. Lord Serenoa, I shall accompany you wherever you go. I'm sure my knowledge of Alfric will be great service to you. My lord, how's your father doing? The people are worried. We haven't heard any tidings of his health for some time now. I regret to tell you his condition remains unchanged. I only wish there were more magic elixirs to see him back to health. Father's name carries great weight even now. There's no way he could lose him. No one's we need him most. Appreciate your concern, but you needn't worry. My father's the strongest man I've ever known. Doubtless he'll be back on his feet in no time. None of these are terrible, but I'll say this top one. You know, I remember seeing Lord Simon on the day you were born. He held you in his arms like you were the greatest treasure in all the realm, and announced that he had been blessed with a healthy baby boy. Father. Lord Serenoa, if there's anything that can see your father back to health, it would be knowing that you have done a splendid job in his stead. So please continue working hard. That man would no doubt work to praise his only son for a job well done. Thank you. Neither my father nor I could ask for a better people. My uncle's a soldier, but he's always busy these days. I haven't been able to talk to him at all. Oh, I cannot buy anything from you, can I? Nope, not really. Well, it'd be great if I could buy this shit. I don't have money. Wind amulet. Black ankle. I need to like look at all that stuff. Wait, what? Roland's what? Roland's wanted poster. Oh. You know, the funny thing is, I think everything I've always sided with Frederica for, except for this one now. My niece came back from the Crown City. She said there are more Aesfrosti soldiers than ever now. Since the fall of House Volks and Telior, many of their people have fled here to Wolffort. And refugees from the Crown City have also come to live within our denizen. It is not uncommon to hear of fights breaking out between them and the people of Wolffort. What should we do, my lord? Doesn't can only support so many people. Why not convince them to look for Hyzante for refuge? These people have nowhere else to go. We will accept them with open arms. We must prioritize the happiness of our people. To do so, we must regrettably ask the more problematic individuals to leave. Very well, my lord, but I should warn you that our denizens' resources will soon run dry, and the people's discontent continues to grow. I understand, but before either of these reach their limit, I shall bring Aesfrost to its knees. Understood, my lord. Leave the issue of the refugees to us. After the duchy made their declaration, the Holy States stopped shipping salt. Merchants can no longer trade salt in the capital either. Yeah, I already went to the house. That's the house with the cat. I came here hoping to bring my aunt to live with me in the capital. Aesfrost's invasion took me by surprise, but life's been easier since. I can enjoy freedom to trade and no longer have to give offerings to the crown. It seems the people living in the crown city aren't suffering as much as I thought they'd be. The scouts we sent to the capital returned not a moment ago. Our preparations are continuing at peace, but I worry about sharing the field with the Hyzante troops. The soldiers look like they're preparing for something. There's another big battle on the horizon. The Hyzante soldiers that were bringing relief supplies look like they're readying for war too. My reserves are still stocked, but I do not know how long that will last. The duchy's trade embargo has me worried, to say the least. Okay, I think I've gone everything. I've gone to this house, right? Yes. I believe I talked to everyone, so... Alright. Make a save. Alright. Yeah, the people aren't really too damaging, which is nice, or not. They're not being treated unfairly. So, I think I want to do the sneaking in one. Jordan Down's our best shot at winning the battle. Enemy wouldn't know what hit him if we fled the city. There's no denying that the other plans have their merits too. Should we go with our best bet or consider one of the other options? So you go with Prince Roland's plan then. What makes you so sure? Straining the castle to prove Roland's resolve as a member of the royal family and as vassal which stems side. These forces are a troublesome force to be reckoned with. It would avail us to destroy them on the soonest opportunity. I suppose you're thinking ahead of our battle with Gustadolf, eh? It's true that those iron ships give them a special edge in warfare. So destroying them now would not only prevent them from escaping the castle, but also put a dent in the duchy's military might. You've always one step ahead, lad. I'm proud of you.
Tough spot we're in.
I've opened my eyes to the merits of Prince Roland's plan, my lord. It's given me lots to think about.
Serenoa.
A nation cannot exist without people. Cannot risk exposing these very people to any more hardships than they have already endured. If we explore the bridge, we can isolate the castle. The people will be spared from our battle. But look, talking to a wall. Well, let's see if we can do this. Serenoa, do you truly think Roland's plan is the best way forward? General Laura regards the castle. There's a chance your plan could result in a prolonged battle. We have successfully infiltrated the castle using tunnels before. I have no doubt we can do it again. This plan simply and relies solely on House Wolffort to reclaim the city.
Surely.
Indeed, General Vora is unlikely to give up so easily even if we had the castle surrounded. And a soldier as experienced as she is likely to have a few tricks up her sleeve. I doubt negotiations with her would go smoothly. If the battle draws on, the people will suffer. It may very well avail us all to end this fight as swiftly as possible.
I need a moment to think.
Thank you, Serenoa. I'm happy to know where it is you stand. I might have convinced her.
Ah, yes?
Benedict's plan gives us our surest path to victory, but would incur great damage to the capital. Prince Roland's plan is far too dangerous to gamble. Call me naive, but I believe Frederica's plan to be the best for all of us. I see. I admit I'm curious as to why you would choose Prince Roland's plan. Sinking the castle, we may be able to catch the enemy unawares and rescue Queen Cordelia. This plan would allow us to reclaim the crown city unharmed. We could show the people that we mean well. Aesfrost needs their ships for both travel and transport. Destroying them now would undoubtedly avail us in future battles.
Yes, I see.
I see. Even if we reclaim the capital, our fight with Aesfrost will continue. And by sinking their warships, we could most certainly deal a heavy blow to their military might. Destroying them now would be in our best interest indeed.
I require some time to think.
There's much more to consider with Prince Roland's plan than I originally thought. So you could somewhat convince them, but it also all depends on how I guess you use them in battle and such. So, yeah.
My lord.
Negotiation would only grant the enemy a reprieve, and there's high chance that Queen Cordelia has revealed the secret tunnels to the enemy. But we would most certainly deal a heavy blow to the Aesfrost forces by flooding the city. So you would choose Prince Roland's plan. Might I inquire as to why? Aesfrost needs their ships for both travel and transport. This is basically the same thing. Even if Aesfrost knows tunnels, they won't be expecting anyone to use them. Tunnels are a royal family secret. Highly doubt according to Cordelia. This one. But these warships are troublesome indeed, and Aesfrost is adept with ships and naval warfare. Even if my plan were to succeed, there is a chance that a great number of enemy soldiers escaping using these vessels. In which case, it would better serve us to take them by surprise.
I am decided.
I understand your argument, my lord. But to perfect a plan, one must consider it from all angles. Let's continue our discussion. Taking enemy by surprise might grant us a swift victory and reduce the burden of the people. The more time our plan takes, the more likely Queen Cordelia is to be taken hostage. Sinking the castle, however, we might be able to help her escape. While unharmed and fall Crown City and Castle would sully House Wolffort's honor as one of the high houses. To avoid flooding the city if we can avoid it. I kind of actually want to say this one. Nah, I'll say this one.
Quite impossible.
My lord, the kingdom has already... Yeah, the three high houses failed to protect... Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say that bottom one, because of this. So we can defend that honor now. But this battle may be our chance to reclaim House Wolffort's renown. Which is why we must win at all costs.
I may have to consult the
Thank you, my lord. You have made your stance abundantly clear. Yeah, I don't think he's on his side. I think he's staying with his path. But I feel like if I took maybe that middle one, that probably would have been a little bit better.
Yes, sir.
I may have already be aware of the tunnels, but no one is anticipating flood. The capital is swarming with Aesfrost soldiers. We must prepare ourselves to make sacrifices if we are to reclaim the city. So you're sure Prince Roland's thoughts, even though Aesfrost may know about the tunnels. The enemy is scattered throughout the city and castle inside Whitehall. A small and elite force would have the advantage over numbers. If I were to destroy Crown City, where stealing into the castle would spare the people harm. I think of no one better at covert operations than you, Anna. Only the royal family. Maybe this one?
Indeed.
I see. You already know where the enemy is situated, my lord. It is as you say. Numbers would mean naught in the castle's narrow passageway. Could certainly use that to our advantage. Even if we were met with General Laura's forces, we'd be able to fight her on an equal footing.
I need time.
Though the plan is hardly foolproof, I suppose it's still worth considering. Alright, I think we are good. Let's do this. Commence the voting!
It is time to cast our votes. In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Okay, I didn't try to convince Sam. Alright, Benedict.
On this, I cannot be swayed.
Do not think your plan is a bad one, just not the best one given our circumstances. Yeah, and I definitely know why.
Even still.
The people's safety is what's most important. On this matter, I cannot be swayed. Alright, I thought there was a chance I might have swayed her, but as long as I got at least one person...
I'm afraid I disagree.
My apologies, but I will put my faith in Frederica's plan, okay? So...
I cannot agree to this.
My apologies, but my token will fall elsewhere this time. Okay. It all depends if I was able to convince what's-his-name.
I'm with you.
I've given my full support, lad. Let's do it your way. There we go. It always seems to always end up on the person who's undecided, but you better try your best to work on other people too.
The path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We infiltrate the castle via the hidden passage and take the enemy by surprise.
You will steal into the castle and defeat their commanding officers. I see. So Wolffort chooses to walk a wicked path. That makes you no different than Aesfrost.
We do not regret the choice we have made.
Then it is time to see it done. It may very well be our best chance at victory. I must return to Hyzante and see Minister Camsell. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
Seriously? You're saying our strategy is very akin to Aesfrost? Fuck
cannot
you.
afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Serenoa. The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard-bearer to guide them.
A standard-bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
Our time has come. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit until, like, maybe to the battle.
House Wolffort and Hyzante join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Norzelia River and the Aesfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Roland proposes they infiltrate Whiteholm Castle and take out the enemy commanders. Though a risky gambit, it is well worth it if they can destroy them all in one fell swoop. Serenoa and the others agree to the plan. In support of House Wolffort, Hyzante's great army marches forth for the first time since the Saltiron War.
Time to say goodbye.
Prince Roland, there is something I'd like to ask you before our mission.
Then ask it.
Why do you really want to infiltrate Whiteholm Castle?
To prevent needless harm to the capital, of course. And to exact revenge with my own hands.
Is that it? Roland, you know you can confide in me.
I want to save Cordelia. She's bound to get caught up in the violence if we launch a full-scale attack. But if we can sneak into the castle, we might be able to get her out. I know this is a war to reclaim our kingdom, but I cannot rid myself of such selfish desires. Contemptuous, is it not?
I understand the burden of leadership. Perhaps it would be easier if we could but purge ourselves of our hearts. But as your vassal, nay, as your friend, I would not want the company of one so void of emotion. We will save Queen Cordelia. Together.
My friend, I cannot thank you enough.
Yeah, that's why I kind of figured it was like why he wanted to infiltrate. Okay.
There's but a single longship docked? It would take one blast crystal to destroy, and their escape route with it.
Heard Hyzante sent in a massive army. Are we gonna be alright without the Archduke?
I wouldn't worry. Not with General Avlora on our side.
Her I trust. Thalos and Erica, on the other hand, huh.
Shh. Not so loud. Who knows what they'd do to you if they heard that?
So Gustadov isn't here, but Avlora, Thalos, and Erica are.
Look at this path we've traveled. And there's 16 chapters. They're actually fairly close to the end, I suppose, but even then. Let's go to the encampment for a little bit. They're selling anything. There we go, the Brazilian Uprising. 77. Norzelia River Ships. Bagels Nature Records Part 2. And Part 3. The State of the Grand Norzelian Mines. And you're selling stuff, but I can't buy it. I have no money. We have another level 20 thing here, so. Okay, it's definitely got some good fighting places to grind, so let's continue on.
Minister Serenoa, Minister Camsell, and myself have brought what troops we could muster.
I am grateful for the reinforcements.
As you should be. Hyzante hasn't mobilized this large of a force in 30 years.
There's no need for delicacy with this many soldiers at your disposal. We could fell the enemy with a frontal assault. Though it seems you have some other ideas in mind.
We do. The city and its people will suffer greatly should we brute force our way in.
Instead, we will infiltrate Whiteholm and take out the Aesfrosti commanding officers.
And how do you plan to do that? Via some secret passage none but you are aware of?
Just so. The same way we snuck into the castle when the capital fell.
An effective strategy, I'm sure, though recent intelligence suggests Gustadolf has returned to his homeland.
In which case we shall target Prime Minister Thalas in Erica, and General Avlora. We'll have Milo destroy their ship with the blast crystal to prevent them from escaping.
What a devious trick. My favorite kind.
Her voice sounds so familiar. I feel like I've heard her voice before.
Very well then. We shall do it your way.
We would like the two of you to distract the Aesfrosti forces with your armies.
When their attention shifts to the front, we will slip into the castle.
Very well. May fortune smile upon us all.
Hyzante's forces have entered Castle Wolffort. It won't be long until House Wolffort makes their move.
Meaning they're coming here? It's hard to believe they'll soon be in the capital again.
My queen, I must advise against considering them allies. Lord Serenoa is now one of Hyzante's saintly 7. Not to mention they're raising arms against the seat of their former sovereign. They want justice. They want the royal blood that runs through your veins.
So you think they seek to make a puppet of me as well?
I do. But you needn't worry. They will not breach this castle so long as I protect it.
Indeed.
A battle is upon us, but fear not. I shall protect you.
General Avlora speaks true. Yet I still want to believe in House Wolffort. Brother, give me strength.
Hyzante and Wolffort begin to put their strategies into action. To draw the eye of the Aesfrosti forces, the Hyzantean army encircles the crown city of Glenbrook. Meanwhile, Serenoa and his retinue, Elfric in hand, will steal into Whiteholm Castle.
Hyzante's forces are on the move! They're coming for the capital! To your stations!
To your stations.
Minister Exham's created quite the distraction for us.
Let's make for the harbor first. Anna says there's only one longship there. We can use the blast crystal to sink it and cut off their retreat.
Sounds good to me. But, okay, we got an exploration thing. You know what? Anything else? No. Okay, I know I said I was going to do it to the bow, but I think this is a good spot to end this part here. So, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give that like button a click and comment down below. Like by the video, didn't like by the video, and let me know, guys, what you think of the scales one. Which one did you pick? Which one did you think was the best one? And I feel I'm fully behind the one that I picked. So yeah. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat, and subscribe to the main channel too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both of my main Twitter, RPG Kim Kid Twitter, are in there too. Thank you all so much for watching once again, and I will see you all next time.